Hello, fellow besties, and welcome to a new episode of Coffee Friday. And now, let's get started. In today's episode, you're going to learn more about our in person event called Best Alumni Meeting, which was held in Prague, Czech Republic in this year, 2022. We also visited a small town called Ustiek, which is around 1.5 hours, 2 hours from Prague. And this interview was held during our train trip, so that's why I do apologize for all the background noise you're going to hear when you listen to the podcast. In today's interview, you're going to learn about the opinion of Francesco Portoso, one of the participants of this event, what he thinks are the benefits of joining such events now and in the future. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, where are you now?
Now, I am in the middle of nowhere in Czech Republic on the way to Uštek. And you tell me if it's the right pronunciation or not.
I think it's Ustiek.
Uštek, okay.
Because they have one E with the hachek there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Uštek.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, there is a small lake next to where we're going. I don't know if the plan is to go in the lake or not. We'll see.
Everything is possible.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think it's gonna be like we're going to the nature a bit, like because we were in Prague, in the big city, and now finally we go to we change a bit the environment. Yeah.
So speaking about Prague, you're one of the participants for the alumni meeting for Best Alumni Network.
Yeah.
What made you to apply for this event?
Yeah. Well, becoming alumni, you have less and less occasions to experience. The what we call the best spirit and meeting friends that you met around in previous events in previous years. So especially after the pandemic, and this is, as far as I remember, the second event after the pandemic, the second alumni meeting. It's a great occasion to meet a lot of old friends, be again surrounded with this spirit, and be in a new city for somebody. For me, it was the second time, but it's a lovely place, and we've been quite lucky with the weather, I would say. And maybe I'll try something new, like some new experiences, like yesterday, what we did yesterday.
So can you tell us more about what you did yesterday?
Yeah. So yesterday we had a sauna train.
Sauna train.
Sauna train, yeah. So basically there was a train that was reserved for us by the organizers. There were two wagons. One was like almost like emptied out of seats, and people could basically just like walk around the wagon. And we had like music, we had local beer. There was a guy who came with a guitar. He was like playing live music. And then the following wagon, there was a sauna. And what happened is that at every stop, we had a chance to move from one wagon to the other and just change our clothes and have a sauna while the train was moving, which was something really I didn't know even existed. So, this is one of those kind of things that you will remember probably forever. It's one of those very unique experiences that you will tell to your friends and maybe grandkids. So this was very unique experience. I truly enjoyed it. Yeah.
I would say that as well for me, when I go to best events, you have this kind of spice of randomness that you don't expect, and
this is what exactly what I love. This kind of with random things. I mean, I remember yesterday there were like many of us in just in towel. At the edge of the wagon, looking around the wilderness of Czech Republic, getting dry with the air. It's like one of the things that you really like. Think about it in probably a few days, and you think about it like, wow, that was very cool. Yeah. So yeah, that was like one of the highlights for me, I think.
What would you recommend for somebody who is on the verge if they want to come for the next alumni meeting?
Yeah, I think that so growing up, you have less and less occasions to experience like something like this, where you have a lot of aligned people with the same like mindset. Because we have less time, we have more responsibilities, and this is like a very easy way to make something like this happen. Even just like meeting a lot of old friends, it's something that you think about. It's very difficult to make it happen. The more we grow, so this is like a really easy way. You apply, maybe you contribute for the organization, if you have some ideas, and then you spend a nice time together, and it's something you will remember. So if you want to create some more nice memories, experience again some of the feelings that you had when you were in best events, this is a great chance to do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this time and the interview.
Yeah, thank you, Alex.